Diane Evans with stampinwithdiane.com. I'm an independent Canadian Stampin' Up demonstrator here in the interior of British Columbia. So welcome to my YouTube. Make sure that you're subscribed just down below here. And if you're joining me through Facebook, make sure that you've given StreamYard permission. That way I know who I'm talking to and as we go along. Now beware that this is part of a live presentation. And I really truly do enjoy interacting with the different people that do join me. So if that's something that annoys you or you don't like, just watch it on the replay and you can scoot on by, and then you can just miss all that. Just remember, they may ask questions and they might have questions that you have yourself. In any event, welcome to Tuesday. This is my Technique Tuesday. How did they do that? I think this and my sketch challenge are my favorite ones that I do. And we are on episode number 78. Oh my goodness, I cannot believe that. Oh, hello, Laura, watching on your big screen TV, and hello, Kay. All right, so we're going to be doing partial dry embossing techniques. So that's where we're going to use an embossing folder. I'm going to show you how to get just a partial. This is one of two different techniques that you can get on there, and it shows you how you get a partial embossed image or partial embossed piece on your cardstock. Hello, Ina, and hello, Judy and Jacqueline. Hello, hello. In any event, like I said, I love this part. This part is one of the ones that I really, really, truly do enjoy. And if there are certain techniques that you'd like to see me do, make sure that you do reach out to me, and let's discuss it. If I've done a technique very, very similar to that, I'll do it with a twist. So I'm more than eager to please. In any event, let's get on down to the desktop here. And this, like I say, is partial dry embossing. This sheet will be posted on my Facebook group. That link to the group is just down below here. And it will it'll be posting at 9:05, I hope. Tomorrow I'm going in for some cataract surgeries. So if by any chance, and I'm going in early, which is kind of a nice thing. I'm not having to wait till in the afternoon, because only being able to have one cup of coffee is not very good for this person that's here. So in any event, let's get going on this. Now, on this particular one, I have decided, and oh my goodness, where is all my stuff I was going to do with this? I've got this here. Okay, so I'm just going to do, I think one of the most beautiful colors at Christmas time is gold, very vanilla, and our cherry cobbler. So I'm going to go ahead and use that. And I'm going to also use the Melody embossing folder. Now, this is a 3D embossing folder, and it is a little trickier to work with this, but it can be worked. Now, first of all, I also want to remind you, for today, tomorrow, and up to the 16th at 12 o'clock or 11:59 Mountain Time, you can get your ribbons and trims on for 10% off, 15% off of inks and re-inkers, and it even includes things like Memento ink, Versamark ink, and 20% off paper. Now, this is all from the annual catalog. This is not from any other catalog. So it's things like stamping blends you can get there. You can get markers, as long as you don't get the big pack of markers. But it's all from the annual catalog, and all that specialty paper. So I am using this distressed gold specialty paper. Unfortunately, it is sold out, but the other gold foil is available. I do know that. In any event, I'm going to have this as my card base. And I always, when I have gold, and I'm using it as a layer, I'm going to go ahead and put this on here, but I want to have this. To me, you only get 2 sheets of the paper. So I went and I just took my deckled rectangles and I just cut out a frame with that. And then this way, I've got this extra piece that I can go ahead and use for other stuff. So it's not wasting all that stuff underneath. All right. So what we are going to do, and I'm going to kind of show you what this looks like, if you can see it. Hello, Pam and Teresa. Now, see how this is just partially embossed here? I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show you how to do this and the easiest way that I've found to do it. Now I have my Very Vanilla, and what I want to do is I'm going to actually, I call it cheating when I go and I use, I go and I mark things, but we kind of want it to look even because honestly, this piece is not even. So I want to mark this. I want to go down. Oh, remember when I said that if this goes where it's uneven, where your trimmer doesn't do it, and it looks like there's an edge on there, just take your bone folder and just run it along there, and that'll take that edge off. And you can do the same with your dies, because with your dies you get those edges too. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go here and I'm going to mark this at 1 inch, and I'm also going to mark it at 3 inches from the bottom. And then I'm going to do the same on here, but I'm going to do the reverse. So I'm going to mark this at 3 inch. Just get that even there. And 1 inch from the bottom. And then I'm just going to actually draw a light line because I can turn around and I can erase that off. And then from that other 1 inch to the 3 inch from the top down there. And we're going to leave this part not embossed at all. Hello, Andrea. And hello, Marjorie. Okay, so then what we're just going to go ahead and do is I have to bring in my big cut and emboss machine. I can't do this with the small one, and that's a little unfortunate. We need a number 4 plate. We're going to need our cut and emboss, and I'm going to kind of do this at an angle so that you can kind of see it. My stand with my phone doesn't go up enough that what happens is that it causes issues with me putting it on there. Okay, so what you want to do is, one, we want to make sure we've got this going the right way all the time. So I'm going to come like this, and I'm going to put this line right across there. And like I say, this is a 3D embossing folder. So then we're just going to come in, and you'll see why I'm putting this end in first. Normally I would do it like this, but when I go to put this through, this is going to scrunch this part up. So I'm going to start with this down here, and then I can get that part through. And I'll show you in just a second. I'll just move it. I can get that part through on this part, and it won't scrunch it up. Now, what you want to do with this one, this is the number 4. And we want to just go here and line it right up with the end of that embossing folder. And of course, we want to make sure that we get this all even. And I'll show you when I go and I just run that through. And now what I've done is, you see how I've got it where it's just partially done to there. Now what I want to do, and unfortunately my letters are going to be upside down. You put a strip on my ruler? No, actually, I've got to tell you, this, you probably see an awful lot of demonstrators that actually have this. This is something that we used to have at convention. It was called Memento Mall. And this was actually a designer series paper years ago. This is plastic. It's all in there. And we were allowed to, and we could buy different rulers. We could buy a bunch of different things from Memento Mall. And it was really kind of neat how that would work. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's get this go again, where we're going to get the other side done. Like I say, I'm going to put that part through, but this is going to be, it's going to be upside down. I'm going to tell you that right now. So I'm just going to mark that to there. Just going to put that in because this is the first plate. I'm going to put it through, and you see here, I am lining this edge here with this edge right there. So let me just show you that part, and then making sure it's even. And then I'm just going to push that through with the cut and emboss machine. Just like that. So yeah, don't forget about that sale. What a great time to stock up on your paper and ribbons and ink. So see, now what I've done is I've done a partial emboss there and there. Now we could finish this and leave this at this, but I think it still needs a bit more to make it look better and make it actually look like we've actually done something with it. So I'm going to come in with my trimmer, and I can emboss with my, score with my scoring blade, but I think this will work better by scoring it with my stylus that comes off of my scoreboard. Now, we also have our take your pick tool that has the end, and that is down at the other end, I think. No, here we go. It has the stylus end on it. So I'm actually going to go ahead and use that. Now what I'm going to do, this is the right side up. Then I'm going to turn it over the other way. And what I want to do is I want to line right here and this up. And remember, when I score, it's going to give me that mountain look there. So I want to come here and let's get that mountain look. And I'm coming in with my stylus and just using that right in this part. You could also use this stylus for all of your bone, for all your scoring on your plate. And then see, whoops, see how that just lines up there. Now this happens to be, it's got, I guess I must have marked it on the other side. It's got pencil on the other side. We want to take that off. Okay, so that kind of gives that even edge. See how this is not even and this one is. So now I'm just going to come in, and it's the embossed side is down, lining that up with that, and this down here, just putting that in. And I'm actually going to take, I think the smaller end is going to work better. So I'm just going to come in and score that and see how that now finishes it off. Like I say, you could have left it plain, but I think this actually really adds to it there. All right, so I guess we better do some embossing on here, because I am going to use it with gold on here. And then I'm just going to use the cherry cobbler. So it's just going to go on here like this. Now, to me, what I want to do is I want to have something on there. Now, there's lots of different things that you could put. You could put the season's greetings. That would fit really good across there. We could also use this making seasons bright. We could also probably go and put this type of a stamp in there. I think that's probably wide enough. Let's see if it went merry. Let's see, maybe that isn't. Haven't used this yet. This might just be a bit too wide. And keep this piece, because we're going to do something next week with it. I think this is not wide enough. Let me just see. I'm thinking it probably isn't. I didn't put it in wide enough. Oh, it probably would have fit. Should I try that? What do I want to put with wishes? Oh, you know what I can do? I'm going to use the Christmas. I can't believe I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm winging this because I didn't even think of this stamp set until just a bit. So we're just going to go and put this on here. I'm thinking that's going to fit in there. I'll be really upset if it doesn't, but it could. It may not. I'm coming with my embossing buddy. We're going to get that good and embossed. Now, Versamark. You can also get your Versamark at 15% off. So it's a good time to get that, you know, if you have one that's kind of ugly looking. I actually ordered another one. So let's just, we're going to see how this looks. I sure hope it works out okay, or else we're going to be doing this again. Or we're going to be using something else just to show you how the card goes. I want to bring in my paper piercing mat. And now I'm going to come in and we are going to mark this with Christmas. That's pretty tight. You know, I'm going to put this just like that. And I'm going to hope, we're going to pray that this works out okay, right? So there, I'm going to come in with my gold embossing powder. And let's go in and just use this and let's hope that this works. My goodness, you guys, it just might work. Now, if I was to do this in the future, what I would probably do is make sure that I've got that exact where that would work. But you know what? This is going to work. So I'm okay with that. I'm also going to, before I do anything else, I'm going to, before I heat set that, I've got a scrap piece of Very Vanilla here. And let's do the Mary on there. And we'll do the Mary in the font. You say this is the first time. I can tell you something right now that this is carrying over. So it's going to move into our, probably our online exclusives, which is kind of fun. So I'm very happy that this is carrying over. All right, so let's go back in with our embossing buddy. And I think what I'm going to do with this Mary is I might even put out, I might even just fussy cut it maybe. Well, we'll see what I'm going to do with it. I'm not sure yet. So let's go, and I'm going to put this up top here. And we're just going to go in and get that with the embossed. So I will not be doing my mystery challenge tomorrow. I'm hoping I can get back to my Now What series on Thursday, because I do have something I've got to get ready to get sent off. I want to show you. Okay, let's come in with our embossing, our heat tool. Awesome. Thanks, Colleen. Yeah, watch it later. It'll work. This is, like I say, it's partial dry embossing. Just get that. This is not the technique part. This is just the added part to it. This is where I've only embossed on parts of it. I was thinking, what am I going to put on here? But I think this will work. I don't think we really have to put too much of anything else on here. Usually with the technique, it's more the technique that I'm more concerned about than I am with the card itself. The card turns out that's an added bonus, right? All right. So then on this Mary, I'm just going to put it, and oh, it would have been nice in the cherry cobbler as well. Let's just sort of put that, I'll kind of keep that in the background there. All right, so I've got this at 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. Come in with our bone folder, and let's put this, like I say, this piece right here, and we're just going to put that on here. Ooh, I got a funny feeling that this glue is not, oh, it might come out. Just going to put a thin bead there. Like I say, I just love the cherry cobbler with gold. So we want to have that positioned here. And even at this point, I could turn about and I could, you know what, we're going to have to put some ribbon on there. I know we are. Now, here's another, this is a ribbon. This is from the annual catalog as well. And the ribbon is at 10% off. And guess what? This is nice because this is that very vanilla and gold ribbon. Oh, look. No, I don't know if this is going to work on here. Maybe I'll just tie a bow. Let's just tie a bow on there. There we go. There we go. All right. So this, I think we're going to end up popping this up. I think it'll look better popped up. So this is going to use a bit of dimensionals, but we're okay with that. But like I say, we haven't embossed that part. Now you could do other things in there. You could have done a layer in there. You could change it up where you could put this in different areas, if you know what I mean. Like you could do it a little tiny bit there and then more down at the bottom. There's lots of those different options on there as well. Okay, that take your pick tool is not going to work on there. So let's just grab that. And here, just going to put this there. Now we didn't have to do that completely in the middle. It might have looked better to be down, but that Mary that I'm going to put on here, and I'm wondering if it should be done in, do you think it should be done with, I'm wondering if maybe, because it's kind of drab, I'm wondering, let me grab a piece of cherry cobbler and I might turn around and do that. We'll see what it looks like. So let's just, what about adding ribbon to both top and bottom of the Christmas? I could have done it like that, right? It's not really showing the thing. I've kind of put this on now. That would have worked. Even a strip of gold would work as well. Marilyn, that's really a good idea. Now, where did that Mary go to? I know it's here. We just had it. I don't know where my Mary went to. That is not good. You know, you guys are probably yelling at me and saying it's right there, but I do not see it. And it's not in here. I do not know where it went to. We may be stuck with this. Let's see. No, we do not have red embossing powder. However, we could use red. I'll show you what you could. Well, I don't have the word Mary, so we're kind of out of luck here. That is nuts. Just nuts. Anyways, I'm going to have to do it this way. There is another way, another thing that I could possibly do. So I'm going to come in with my cherry cobbler. And I am going to, it would have been nicer if it would have shown up a little bit more. I'm going to come in actually with a blending brush. And we're going to try to get this red. So, whoops. I don't know how that's going to look because I kind of scrunched it up. And the fact that I want to use the Mary, that's frustrating. And then I'm just going to come in with some paper towel and just take that off. I don't even know if it went down. Do I have it on my... It's not on my chair here either. Unbelievable. Anyways, so I'm just going to take that off. So it's just taking that part off of there. See, I don't know if I'm not that happy with that. So let's see. Like I say, if I could get the Mary, I might have to do this just a little bit darker. I would have liked to have it where it would have shown up a little bit darker. So let's just try that. I say I do not know where it went to. I'll find it as soon as I get off of here. I'll find it. So that's just going to go there. And then this can go here. And then we could put something else down here. And I usually have a bunch of different... Oh, I found the Mary. I found the Mary. So you know what? I am going to use the Mary on here. I think it'll look better than what it did there. So I'm going to do this without that paper piercing mat because I'm pretty confident I could do that. Ooh. I'm always thinking, right? So let's see. I'm just going to come in here. And we'll heat set that. I don't know how I could make that show up more. Oh, you know how I could? Yeah, I know how I could. Okay, we're going to do this and then I'll show you something else. So we've got this Mary. It's pretty small. I think that's why I need to do something. There's Christmas. We could go wishes. We could go there, or we could do this Mary. So maybe Merry Christmas wishes. Let's try that. Do you have this stamp, Marilyn? This is the first time I've even used this stamp. I can't believe it. So we've got wishes here. So, oh, you know me, any type of an excuse to do some embossing, we're good. I love embossing with the embossing folders and love embossing with the other, yeah, this might work. Good plan. And then what I can do, of course, we'll put embellishments on there. You're just guessing. Good job at guessing. So we have that. And I think I really would like to cut this. I don't want to straight cut it. We have wishes. Do we want to put Mary on there? Let's try that too. So I'm going to put the other Mary on here. There we go. Don't forget, I'm going to show you something to do with this acetate next week. Well, that's the plan. Unless something better comes up. I was going to put some fronds on here and I decided not to. All right, so let's go here again. Oops. Use our Versamark. So like I say, I will not be doing the mystery tomorrow, and I may not be doing the now what. I'm not sure. Thanks, Pam. Oh, it was Marilyn Perrin. I'm sorry, Marilyn. I thought it was Marilyn Corbett. See, I'll be able to see better tomorrow. Well, we hope. Any case. So yeah, there'll definitely be 2 days. Don't forget doing a BOGO again on the 25th of November. If you put an order in from the 1st to, I think, the 23rd, you could be in a draw for an early bird draw. What else is there? Yeah, a few other things. So let's just go here. Take that. We've got a real mess going for us here. And so let's come here. Like I say, this brings back scrapbooking days, that's for sure. No measurement, just go ahead and do it, right? And let's try this, wishes. Sometimes this causes a lot of problems when you do this, though. Let's put this off to this side here. Oh, we want that up just a bit. Let's see how this works. I need just a tad off of there. Jacqueline, I hope your surgery goes well. Well, thanks. I'll be back soon. Like, I mean, I was good the very next day, but you're supposed to give yourself a rest. I have a class on Saturday that I'm a little concerned about. But anyways, okay. Ooh, look. That might look quite nice. What do you think? Yeah, that'll be okay. I'm going to cut this down just a tiny bit more. Probably should have just done this with my trimmer. I mean, with my scissors. I probably could have done it just fine. I want to take this extra off the ends is what I want to do. And a little bit here. Yeah, it should be fine. Like I say, I've had the first one done. The first one was done 4 weeks ago now. Yeah, it's coming. You can always fix something, right? Oh my goodness. Like I say, a lot of times I have no idea what I'm doing. So if I have a muck up, it's a real true muck up. There we go. So let's go there. So partial dry embossing. We left that so it's straight there so that we could do that. Let's go there. And you know what? I'm going to end up just cutting that little bit off. And the Merry is going to go right there. Merry Christmas wishes. There we go. Yeah, I think that'll be okay. I am going to come in with my dimensionals and I'm going to pop that part up. And then I'm going to put on some embellishments. My dog upstairs, she's sitting there throwing your ball around. Oh my goodness. It's almost dinner time. Anyways. I love what I do, right? So much fun. And you guys all make it worthwhile. So here we go. Yeah, very good. So Merry, we want to show off that the partial embossing there. And wishes. Gonna have to move that down just a bit because we don't want that wishes from there to go there. As far as what goes on the inside of the card, I think we'll just go and put just a really easy Ooh, and I went and I put that away. I know I did. Okay. You know what? I'm going to leave that for now. And now what I want to do is I want to put some embellishments on there. And honestly, I just love these. There's a couple I really like in here. So I'm going to show you the two of them that I think would be really pretty. I love these blooming pearls, just to let you know. And I have no problems opening up another package of these, actually. And these are just absolutely gorgeous. And they're carrying over, which I'm really, really happy about. So let's just put, these are pretty big. You have a big one and a little one, so they're kind of big. And then it almost needs another one down here. Oh, well, we'll just use. There we go. So there's our partial dry embossing technique. This will be posted at 9:05 tomorrow on my page. If it's not there, it's just because something happened first thing in the morning. I don't operate too well with only 1 cup of coffee, but it's going to be a big cup of coffee. They didn't say the size. I guess they didn't say a gallon of coffee either. So in any event. Oh, thank you. What about the loose note from the embellishments? Oh, I could have used those. Thing is that I have those, but I just got them. So they're very, very, very hard to do. And they're on this desk, but you know how hard of a time I had just finding that one that was there. All right, you guys. So I hope you enjoyed that. Give it a try. I can't wait. There's an embossing folder that's coming in the new catalog that I think is going to be just absolutely gorgeous with this. So I am actually going to do one when it comes out. Like I say, remember to post in. And I also have to say that what happened was the two ladies that won the stamp sets, it actually didn't get out until today, but they're in the mail for last month. Yeah, in any event, you guys, remember to create because it's great for the soul. Give you the thumbs up, share my video. I really do appreciate it. And don't forget about that fantastic sale where you save 10% on ribbon and trim, 15% on inks and re-inkers and blending pens and markers, and 20% on paper. And that even includes the specialty paper and the designer series paper, all from the annual catalog. In any event, you guys have a great day. Bye for now.